say what? He said he just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need. You say he just a friend. You say he just a friend.
From apartment 78, and we just experienced a hip-hop heart attack. Why? Because we have DJ Scratch, legendary DJ Scratch, and legendary Spinderella.
I ain't do nothing though.
Well, you're here and you're present, and just that alone should be a reason why we all having cardiac arrest for all of those in the know. Well, you know, we're in the kitchen, and our main thing is to have a conversation with the DJs that come here, because it is a blessing to have legends coming uptown, which we didn't experience growing up. So let me just start off with this. You both are legendary names in the hip-hop world, but as DJs. So being that you are who you are and you kind of define certain standards, what do you define? What's your definition of a DJ?
I'm saying welcome. And thank you for having me in your house. I'm playing all vinyl tonight, mostly 45s. So, I'm ready to really take this shit back. I'm warmed up now, so let's go here.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date? But a year to make love, she wanted you to wait. Let me tell you a story of my
DJ is a person that serves the public. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you see a lot of DJs, they play what they want to hear instead of catering to the crowd. Or you see a lot of DJs where they're DJing and they're looking down the whole night. They're not looking at the crowd, see if they rocking with them, you know, to switch up the mood and switch up the vibe or whatever. So a DJ is a public servant. We're here to please the public.
Okay.
My definition of a DJ would have to be the Jam Master DJ Scratch. Like, for real, he is like every DJ's favorite DJ, and I'm a witness to that, definitely. But yeah, like how you command the crowd, it's like a whole gamut of things, really. Commanding the crowd, keeping them on the dance floor, changing the party where you want it to go and having them come with you. And when the party's over, when they don't want to go, that's, you know, that rocks right there. And we witnessed that tonight, so.
So you guys got power, because you guys can use what the people are giving you and then kind of dominate with that.
Right.
As opposed to saying, I'm here just to hear my records. You look at the crowd and be like, damn, not really feeling that, so let me just kind of throw this and see what happens. So you almost experiment as your DJ.
Yeah, it's always
to a certain degree.
It's always a different crowd. Even if you're DJing in the same spot every night with the same crowd, it's different moves, you know what I mean? So the goal is to capture them first. Once you capture them and command them, then you can take them on a journey. Like you can make them listen to something that they would never usually listen to. You know what I mean? And enjoy it once you capture the crowd. And once you command the crowd, like you can tell them hop on one leg and go like this and go like that. You know what I mean?
Right, and they'll do it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Right. So based on those definitions, then, what's the last great DJ you heard that you experienced yourself? And not yourselves or whatever, but when's the last time you heard a DJ you was like, shit, that's exactly what I'm talking about?
I can't say her.
You can't say her?
I can't say him.
You can't say
I
him.
don't even remember nobody like that.
Well, then that's
you see
saying
a
something.
DJ Scratch, that's it, dude. That's really it.
I got one. I was with Kid Capri last year. It was in Charlotte, and it was 5,000 people in this big auditorium. He came on stage, and you know, like I said, I like to watch. You know, I don't be, you know, on some star shit and be standing on, you know, on the stage or whatever, on the side of the stage. I went out in the crowd because I want to feel the vibe. You know what I mean? When I go to a show, I want to see the show. So I'm in the crowd, blending in the crowd. Nobody even knows it's me. So Kid was like, hold up, where DJ Scratch at? Scratch, where you at? So he thinking I'm backstage, I'm in the crowd. He's like, yo, come up here. So come up on stage, and Kid Capri started playing nothing but slow songs, slow jams, for about 20 minutes, and killed the crowd.
And they got into the slow jam movie.
He was murdering he was killing. They was going crazy. He played slow jams for 20 minutes. 5,000 people. He ain't played one hip hop record. 20 minutes, all slow songs, and bodied the spot. I was like, that's how you command the crowd.
That's crazy.
Then he got into some hip hop songs.
Shit, that's bananas. I saw Kick It Pretty too. He's amazing. He is fucking amazing. So you brought up the whole thing about, you know, switching music and kind of dominating the crowd and stuff. Is there a musical genre that you love that you're not spinning because you don't have the opportunity to, you can't get into that crowd? Like, is there a music that you haven't played, whether it be a foreign music or it be some old shit, you're like, damn, I wish I could play this, but I haven't found the crowd that appreciate it?
Nah, I play everything, man. Like I said, when once you capture the crowd, you can slip in and feed them different things that, you know, because everybody's brainwashed by the radio. You know what I mean? Once you step them outside of that box, their minds is completely free. You know what I mean? And it's like they hear a joint, they heard, you know, take them back to their childhood, and you just keep taking them on that journey.
Yeah.
And then they believe in you. They believe in everything. Like you're like their savior. So then you throwing a couple of Latin joints, you're throwing a couple of Brazilian
the way you
joints.
did tonight, right? Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Throwing the Latin joints.
Play the crowd.
You know, you're throwing some Bollywood. I play everything. You know what I mean? So it's all about the presentation of the music. You know what I mean? If you present it in a right proper way, they'll rock with you no matter what it is.
Yeah. Why aren't DJs being paid homage to it? Is it a hip hop thing? Like, you know, because you both were recognized, you guys got recognition from the groups that you were part of. And then from there you branched off and did your thing. Right? So you know, what happened? Like, I miss hearing, I mean, you were paid homage to too in your song, you know what I'm saying? So where is that? Like, we lost that? Is that a hip hop's fault? Is that industry stuff? Or is it that the DJ just kind of took a backseat and was like, you know what, fucking, I'm not on stage, I'm not doing the videos anymore? I mean, what happened?
Well, actually, blame that on the rapper. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the DJ started off with the DJ first, then the DJ got pushed back in the, you know, in the back. But that's the reason why I stayed. Like, even after EPMD broke up, I stayed on the road. Like, I was doing that to keep the torch lit for the concert DJ. You know what I'm saying? So after I broke up with, after EPMD broke up, I started DJing for Jay-Z. And nobody in that era, from '98 to 2005, 2006, had a DJ on stage getting busy.
Exactly.
So that's why I did it. You know what I mean? Like, so now I'm on tour with Jay-Z. You know, the EPMD fans, we all in our 40s, you know what I mean? The Jay-Z fans are in their 30s, their late 20s, early 30s. So now I'm out here with Jay-Z, and all of these fans don't even know me from EPMD.
Right.
So, and salute to Jay for letting me do my thing, you know what I mean? Because when we was doing a Hard Knock Life tour, it's 20,000 people every night, and Jay goes to Scratch, get them. And
you were able to get busy on it.
Yeah, and I do my DJ solo, so it's a whole new crowd. Kids, and it's more important then because these kids don't know anything about
skills on the table.
Right, skills on the turntable. So these kids are like, yo, what's doing that chill? What's his name? DJ Scratch? Or, you know, they Google and then they find out, oh, that's homie from from back in the 80s, you know what I mean? But it's part that, it's part, you know, the rappers, you know, it's part the rappers being cheap. They don't want to pay the DJ, so they just get their homeboy from the block and
just play
the instant replay machine and press the button. You know what I mean? Blame it on the rappers. Blame it on the rappers. But I'm still here. I still do it. We still do it. Keep the torch lit for, you know, and show people an example. If you're a rapper, MC, and you have a record out, you're on stage, get a real DJ. What people don't understand is, no matter how many records you sell, you make most of your money from your shows. So if your show ain't hot, your career ain't gonna last long. You see how many people from 2003 to now who came out and was gone 6 months later.
One-hit wonders.
You know what I mean? And one-hit wonders. And if you don't have a DJ, like, you can have one hit or one-hit wonder, but if you got a dope stage show, you can still perform.